Hello guys, welcome to Bugs in Code, and today we are going to look at a very interesting problem, that is Geeks Island. The problem is present at Geeks for Geeks. Yeah, I have given the link of the problem in the description below. So before starting, if you're new to the channel and the person who likes stuff related to coding, then you can subscribe the channel Bugs in Code so that you never miss out an update. And let's get started with the problem statement. So the problem says that Geeks Island is represented by n cross n matrix. The island is touched by Indian Ocean and from the top left edges, and the Arabian Sea from the right and bottom edges. Okay, so consider this to be an island, then it is covered by Indian Ocean from the top left. So consider top left. So it is Indian Ocean, and for this it is Arabian Sea. Okay, fine. So each element of the matrix represent the height of the cell. So you can think of height as a ridge, and each ridge has a different height. So due to the rainy season, the island receives a lot of rainfall. Okay, and the water can flow in four directions: up, down, left, or right. Okay, from one cell to another with height equal or lower. Okay, so let me explain this to you. Like, if I have three ridges. I'm using the 2D diagram instead of this 3D island representation. So if there are three ridges, so what it's raining and it's raining. So what the problem is saying that water can flow from this cell of greater height to this cell of smaller height. So it is clear. I hope it's clear to you. And what we need to find is we need to find the number of cells from where the water can flow from to both the ocean, Indian Ocean and the Arabian Sea. Okay, so let me explain the problem statement to you first so that you get a clear understanding what the problem says. Consider this to be an island. I am drawing a 3D island, and it is covered by the Indian Ocean here and Arabian Sea from the bottom and right. This is the Arabian Sea. Okay, so this island consists of ridges of some height. I hope my drawing will be clear to you. So these are the ridges. This is something like it. And even we have a smaller ridge, and here we have one more ridge. I hope the it is easy to understand. The whole island is covered by ridges like this. So, and it's raining. Okay, so let me draw the rain with blue color, and it's raining, and the water can flow from any cell of any ridge of greater height to any other ridge of smaller height. So water can come to there, and water can flow from bigger to smaller, and this as well, and from this water can flow to the ocean. Now we have to find all those ridges, count of those ridges from which water goes to both Indian Ocean and the Arabian Sea. Let me take an example here. So the example will be, the example that I am taking is 1 3 3 2 4 4 5 6 4 4 2 4 5 3 1 6 7 1 4 5 and 6 1 1 3 4. Okay, so this is the Indian Ocean, and here is the Arabian Sea. For this we need to count the number of cells from which the water flows to both the Indian Ocean and Arabian Sea. So let me see. First of all, we need to know, let's check for this cell. From this cell, water can easily go to this Indian Ocean and the Arabian Sea as well. Okay, so for this cell, water can come from this cell to this cell as well. So water can from this cell water can go to the Arabian Sea, and water can even flow to this cell and then again to the Indian Ocean. Okay, for this cell water can go to this cell and the Arabian Ocean, and similarly to this cell and to this Indian Ocean. Okay, from this cell as well the water can go to this four, and from this four water can go to this cell, and from here it can go to Arabian Sea and the Indian Ocean as well. Let's check for this five. For this five water can go to this three, and from this three water can go to here, and water can go to the Arabian Sea easily. And even this is one more way to go to Arabian Sea, and from this five water can go to this four, then this two, and then to the Indian Ocean. So it is also an answer. Okay, for this seven water can go to this six, and from this is water can go to Indian Ocean, and even water can go to this one, and then water can go to the Arabian Sea. So it is also needed to be counted. For this six water can go to this six, and from this six it can go to Arabian Sea, and from this six water can also go to the Indian Ocean. Similarly for this water can go here or here. So by counting we get our solution to be 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 and 8. So there are total 8 cells from which the water is going to both the Arabian Sea. And one thing to notice here is these two cells are always going to be counted, because these are the cells which are actually connecting the Arabian Sea and the Indian Ocean. Let me now move to this. I hope you get the clear understanding of the problem statement, and now let me move to the solution. Okay, so let me take the same example in order to get to the solution, so that you get clear understanding how actually we are approaching the solution. 1 3 3 2 4 and 4 5 6 4 4, and it is 2 4 5 3 1, then 6 7 1 4 5, and then 6 1 1 3 4. Okay, so what we are going to do is we are going to consider all these cell for Indian Ocean. Like these are the cell from which water can go to Indian Ocean, and going to check which are the total cell in the whole island from which water can go to Indian Ocean. And how we are going to do this, let me show you. So from all these cell, one thing is sure, that water can go to the Indian Ocean. Water can go simply to the Indian Ocean. Okay, so now this 4, I check all the neighbors uh, which have the value greater than and equal to the current cell. Why we are checking the neighbor which has value greater? Because from the greater neighbor water can easily come to the smaller neighbor, and this is for example for equal height. And let me check, let me show you for this 6. From this 6 water can easily flow to this 4, and from this 4 water can easily go to this 4 and this 4, and then to the Indian Ocean. So for any cell, uh, actually I'm not writing it here because it is here is our Arabian Sea, so we are not going to write in the water. Now let me write for any cell, check neighbors which are actually greater than or equal to current cell. Okay, so now for this 6, let me check, is there any neighbor greater than or equal to 6? No, there is no any neighbor. So for this 3 we are done, I guess. And for this 3 we can go to this 5, because this from this 5 water can go to this 3. And even now we are done with 3. Let me check for this 1. For this one we can go to 3 4 5. We are done, already done with that. For this 2 we can go to this 4, and from this 4 we can go to this 5. Okay, now from this 5 we cannot go anywhere. Even from this 4 we can go to this 7. Now for this 6 we can go to this 7, and from this 6. So these are all the island which are actually from which the water is going to flow to the Indian Ocean. Now if you clearly see this, so this is nothing but we are performing a breadth first search. So I hope you understand, but actually we are doing for every point which are for every point in the top and left. Why top and left? Because these points are going to contribute to the solution. We are actually performing BFS and visiting all the elements. Now similarly I will do for the Arabian Sea as well. So let me change the color so that it will easily get separated. Now for all these elements we have to perform BFS. Okay, so for this 6 water will flow, and even for this 6 water can come from this 6 as well, and to this 6 water can come from this 7. Okay, now for this 1 water can come from this 7, and water can even come from this 1. From for this 1 water can come from this 1, and for this 1 water can come from this 5 and this 7. Okay, water can even come from this 4. For this 4 water can come from this 5, and now it's done. And for this 3 water can come from this 4. Now there is no any neighbor to traverse. Now for this 1 water can come from this 3. Okay, so and even water can come from this 4 as well. Now for this 3 water can come from this 5, this 4, and this 4 as well. Okay, so for this 4 water can come from this 4. Now for this 4 water can even come from this 6. Okay, so now we are done, and we just need to count the cell from which the water is going to both Indian Ocean and the Arabian Sea. So just need to count the cell which are visited by both. So I will write the problem as a two-step solution. So first of all, let me write the count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. The output will be 8. Now let me write the steps for solving this problem. So step is first is perform BFS for Indian Ocean. I'm writing Indian Ocean because Indian Ocean is going to include the top and left of island. After that, perform BFS for the Arabian Sea. See, it is going to include bottom and right of island. And at last, we are just going to count all the cells which are visited by both, and that's all. This is going to give me the answer. So I hope you understand the approach that I'm going to use. And now let's move to the coding section. So let me start coding this problem, and now I will start my okay. So first of all, I will create actually a visited matrix which is going to store for Indian Ocean. This the and let me see, create the same matrix visited for the Arabian Sea as well. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a queue of array int array, because the queue is going to store the indices of the current element, current cell. So this is the queue, and let me call it q1 because we are going to create one more queue for the Arabian Sea as well. So I will call it for Ocean. We are going all this process for the to count this cell which are actually contributing to the water to Indian Ocean. So I go to 0 I small than, and we are going to add this thing. Okay, so similarly for we are going to add the top row as well. Now I will call BFS for this Q1 and matrix and visited of Indian Ocean. But before that we are going to correct this. Now we have to do the same process for our the Arabian Sea as well. Uh, just few things will change, like it is going to be Q2. Now here we need to add the bottom row and the right row. So how I'm going to add the bottom row and the right column? For the bottom row I'm going to, actually this is for right column, so I'm going to write n-1, and this is for bottom row, so I'm going to add n-1. Okay, and it will become visited AS. Now we have all the cells. Just count the cells which are visited by both traversals. Okay, so let me traverse the whole matrix. Now I can check if my visited of I and j is true and visited of as of and j is also true. So I'm going to increase my answer and then I'm going to return my answer. But where's my answer? Let's declare it here. Now we are done with our main function. Let's write the code for BFS now. BF is going to be a void type function. Now let me create a queue. It is going to take a matrix and a boolean matrix of visited. Now I'm just going to perform BFS. While my queue is not empty, I'm going to retrieve the current element from the queue. So, but it will be an integer array, and now I have to get my indices. Okay, so now what I need to do is I need to, first of all I will visit them. First of all I will visit mark the current cell as true, and now I will check all the neighbors. So if my I plus 1 is greater and it is not visited yet, and my height of the neighbor, this particular neighbor cell should be greater than the height of current cell, then only I'm going to add it into the queue. Now we are going to do this for all. Now I will do I minus 1 is smaller, greater than equal to 0, so this should be smaller. Similarly, I'm going to do I minus 1 here and I minus 1 here. Then here I'm going to do j plus 1, and here I'm going to do j minus 1. Similarly here I'm going to do j plus 1 and j minus 1. Here it should be actually j plus 1 and j minus 1, and j plus 1 is smaller than m and j minus 1 is greater than equal to 0. Okay, so let's check whether it works or not. Let's see whether it's working or not. Okay, so it is giving me, I don't know why it's giving me. Okay, so here I'm passing q1, but we have to pass q2. Now let's check. Okay, so it's working for the example test case. Let me submit the solution and check whether it's working or not. Okay, so it's working, and so this is all about this problem. I hope you get the clear understanding of the problem and solution, how it's actually working. So if you like the video, hit the like button and see you in the next video.